Hi there. I hope everyone's having the best of best mornings. A little bit of snow in our area, but we're okay. And I want to do a grand tableau layout and see what it looks like with the new OFRENDA oracle that I got and just opened in the last couple days. So what I've done is just use a little remnant cloth here with little birds on it. I thought that'd be good for messages, little bluebirds. And I have put the extra 2 cards for the lady and gentleman, almost like a little dedication to my mother and father. And the thing that binds them is the wedding ring that I have here that I inherited. And I'm just going to place it there at the forefront to see if they can help bring in some extra energy and clear messages for my tableau for December. So we'll put them back there. The intention has been set, and my husband and myself did choose the lady and gentleman that remained in here for ourselves for the reading. Now, I'm not using just 36 cards. No. Lori wants to play with a full deck. So I've let my husband shuffle in his energies, and I'm going to shuffle in mine and get right back to you and laying out the cards on my grand tableau board. Okay, I have shuffled the cards, and I just want to mention that I also brought in some energy from the ancestors with some herbs. I used some blue lace agate for clarity of words, sentences, voice coming through, and even one of my mother's pearls from an old necklace that she had. So I am making an attempt here to bring the energy in from the ancestors. Now, I like to lay my cards all face down. So I'm going to go ahead now and lay them out. This is my grand tableau board that I've showed before. And it does help when you lay a card down to be able to see what house it's in. So I'll pause again and get those cards down. All right, they're all down. It's a lot. It looks a little bit busier than what I'm used to. But what I've done is 8 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 8 across, 4 down. And then I have the 4 at the bottom, right there. So what I usually do is break it into weeks. Now, this is a spread for December 2024, but I also, there's a few key cards that I open right at the first. So these 3 here are the theme for the month ahead, and they go there. Well, you know, it's quite pretty, these cards together. So the guitar in the House of Rider, I would say with Rider being like a message card for me, that it's going to be rather pleasant news coming. Now, these 2 columns here will be for the week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. And so there is a message coming that's probably quite sweet. In the House of Clover, it could be a lucky connection to a family, because that's the album, get my words out here, the album of ancestors on an altar that have passed. And my ancestors have been coming through in my dreams a lot lately. So there could be a celebration of those people coming through. The messages that they have to deliver are quite nice, and it's a fortunate connection. And I find it is fortunate to be able to have the ancestors coming in my dreams. And this one here, the tree, is another family card. And so if it's not ancestors, then I look at this one as the family tree, yes, but connected to someone far, because ship It takes a long time to get there when you used to travel by ship. So it's someone from far or abroad. Okay, so a sweet messages from a family member from far abroad. Cool. And then I usually go into the corners. Now, this is the last card in the top line, and it's in the House of Coffin, which you can look at is change, transformation, an ending of something. And then it's connected to the tower here for us. And the tower can also represent something like an establishment, a building, public building, especially tall banks. So I'd have to look at something there connected to an establishment that maybe it's all coming together, it's all sealed up. The coffin can also represent a box, containment. This is something I play with by candlelight later. I'm just throwing some ideas out. Everybody chime in if you have an idea, because I love hearing other people's perspectives. So then I go to the other two corners down below. Oops, sorry about that. We're going to adjust this so that we can get down there. Now this one over here is in the House of Moon, and it is the lady, which is me. I chose this card for this month. Now, that tells me that in the Moon card, there could be things about cycles going on, as well as really paying attention to my dreams for the Moon card for me. I tend to, yes, bring over some of the things from tarot into Lenormand because I'm so trained in that way, but I do have to consider the Lenormand meanings too. So, anyone have any ideas there for the lady in the moon? It's like she's dreaming. And then in this corner here, we have got, the salt. And it is in the House of Ring. So that is connections, obligations, relationships. And we're using salt here. So for me, that's keeping some negativity away and protecting my space. Interesting. So there may be a relationship that I have to be careful with. Okay, so I'm going to be a lady also using my intuition about a relationship that I need to protect myself and be on my guard. Then the other ones I usually do right away are the center cards here. So let's see. We've got the child. Now this could be my child, or it could be something new. And it's in the House of Birds. I'll move that up a bit. Tricky with this big layout. That should be better for the center. Wasn't it neat? The birds come through in the House of Birds. Cool. Okay, so this child has a message. Or there's talk around the child. And birds can be that little bit of nervous energy. So something new developing, maybe around my child, and maybe some conversations going on there. Okay, let's see. These are so slippery. Okay, and then next to the child is the other. It looks like coffins to me. I'm presuming, yes, that is what it is, and it's the paths. It's like an arrow this way and an arrow that way. And that is in the House of Child. To me, this could represent two people that have passed, and maybe they have conflicting messages. But there are definitely something new developing, or is definitely something new developing there with the child, and a path. So nurturing a path might be a little confusing to me when I look at that card, because you've got arrow this way, arrow that way. Now I would also be looking at the card next to here when I get there, because that's another directional. So that's an important card. So we'll stick to the center here. In the House of Man, we have the candle. To me, a candle is lit for concentration, for focus, in honor of our ancestors too. Interesting. In the house of garden, that's community. So a community gathering or a community event to honor someone. These are just ideas I'm throwing out, and I'd love to hear yours. Okay, and then we've got the mountain card. This guy slipped away. So mountain to me is obstacles or hurdles and needing to go around them. Oh, but there's good luck there. There's the clover. So I also look at this one as the next couple days, the next couple weeks, because it is usually card number 2 in a layout. And there may be a couple of instances that are hurdles. And that is neat because it's right above this directional one here, the path. So there's a new possibility or a path that can be fortunate, and to really pay attention to it, focus on it for clarity. Cool. Now I don't open the 4 cards at the bottom until later, but this gives you a little hint of what it can look like. I will go ahead now though and open up the first week of December that it's almost past, but there's still hints and information here that this tells me go back and look at. So we've got bear, which can be something strong, can be the mother, something large, and it's in the house of bouquet. So to me, there's a bouquet is given to someone as a thank you. So there could be a big thank you or something big financially that is a gift like the bouquet. And we did just do a small investment. That was a gift, being able to do that. Okay, then we've got water in the house of scythe. So there's that thirsting or need for quenching in the house of scythe. Oh, right off the bat I get watch the alcohol intake. I know it says water, but okay, I just went immediately right there. So, but because water is also an emotion, that the emotional connection could be ending. Scythe, it could be painful, it could be rather quick, sudden, a sudden burst of emotions. I mean, if you cut something that holds liquid, there's going to be that gushing out. Ooh, now it's getting pretty intense. Okay, in the stork house, what's being delivered? The gentleman. Okay. And I think of the stork too as something close to home. And then in the dog house, we've got the jaguar. Now that one I will have to study up on, but I love the intense stare. Jaguars are fast, jaguars are quick and sleek. And in the house of dog, dogs are usually friends. So there may be some information about a friend to pay attention to, and that friend could be connected to the gentleman. And then the last card in this series for the week is the skeletons, and that's in the house of book. So book to me usually means information. Things like skeletons could be information that was hidden or buried and is coming to light. And it may be connected to something that the friend can offer. It might be quite emotional when it comes out. And it may involve a group of people. So I hope that gives you a little taste. Yes, I have added in all the cards. I'm not sticking to just the first 36. And I find it absolutely delightful. And I'll get back to you, but I'd love to hear what other people can help inspire some information and thoughts towards me with this December layout. So this is regarding the first week of December, and then we're going to hit this one and start the second week very shortly. But I'm going to say, if you've played this way with these cards, how did it go? And I do look forward to hearing your comments.